Hey guys, welcome back to the Untamed Tarot. It has been 2 weeks since I've uploaded a video. I just got back home and my dog is going off because she wants to come on the bed. But no! No! Look at... Yo! This guy's rude. Anyways. Alright, so... the last video I uploaded was for Scorpio. And now we're going to continue and we're going to do Sagittarius. Let's go fire signs. Let's go. I'm not biased, but fire signs are the best. Anyways. Oh, sorry. My phone camera is kind of fucked up because work. So, anyways. Let us go on with the Sagittarius. This is going to be your reading for... Ooh, these cards be fooling out. For September the 4th, is it? Yeah, for September the 4th. Saturday, September the 4th. Here's your first card. It is the Ten of Wands. So it seems like there's a lot of things that you are... maybe not necessarily, there's something that you're struggling with, but you're holding on to a lot of these burdens. Four of Wands is your next card. You're holding on to a lot of things that might actually be weighing you down in the end. And your last card is Death. So I never read reverses because the cards have enough in them. You know, like sometimes when you read reverses, you kind of overanalyze everything and you're not really going to hear the message of what your guardian angels are trying to, or your spirit guides are trying to tell you. So as we were with the Ten of Wands, like Sagittariuses, you guys have, like every fire sign, a natural tendency to just pick up and go after everything that you want. And sometimes that could mean that like you don't understand where your boundaries are or if limitations even exist, right? Sometimes you get such horrible like tunnel vision that you only see one thing and you go for it and that's it, and like you'll burn everything down in the way. And sometimes that's not the best way to go about doing things. You might be able to think that, you know, you can do anything without any adverse consequences. But however, that this card is symbolizing that maybe you're carrying or doing more than you need to do, right? This could manifest itself like you're carrying a larger load than what is necessary for you at this point in time. And maybe that's because you've just picked up things along the way, or you know, like maybe you're helping your friends or family while you still have your own things to settle. Maybe you have bills you have to pay, debts you have to pay. Maybe you're overloaded in work and you just keep picking up more things and more things, and now you finally found yourself in a situation where you feel a little bit overwhelmed, right? But you're still going, and everybody does have their limits. Some, it takes them a lot longer for them to get there, and others, they notice when they've hit their limits right away, right? So it seems like you are no longer satisfied, or you're no longer happy with your day-to-day life because you're finding yourself almost physically incapable of continuing on, right? You have so many desires and things that are exciting to you and things that you enjoy. Hold on, let me close this window because if you see booty, just appreciate it. Don't. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, appreciate the booty. Don't judge it. It is what it is. Yeah, so it seems like you're trapped now. Like it's almost like you don't know you don't know, like, you've had enough and you're getting sick and tired of it. There is a solution to this problem, though. You need to take some time to lay down all of these burdens and slowly work out a more comfortable and effective way of carrying them, right? Maybe you should prioritize things a little bit, okay? So, you know that you have one thing due, you have a family member who needs something, or whatever the case is. Maybe work is overwhelming you, right? And you have too many things on your plate. So all you really have to do is just figure out, prioritize things, right? One thing before the other. Don't just carry all of these things and expect everything to go smoothly. It's not going to. Some of them are going to fall. Some of the ambitions and goals and the things that you're trying to get done right now are going to take time in order to do that, right? The Four of Wands is, as you can see, the Four of Wands, this guy right here, you know, he's celebrating the success, security, and stability. He's very happy, and he's bringing his crown and his wreath into the city that's behind him, right? It means it's a theme of the time to reap the rewards of all that you've been going through. And this is a prize that's going to be given to you because, granted, you have so many things that you're doing. The reason why it's becoming arduous and taxing right now is because you're trying to handle more than you can, right? It's not saying that there's one stick here that's more important than the other. They're all extremely important. Otherwise, you wouldn't have them. You have a bunch of things that you want to do and get done, but it's just that you can't do it all at once, right? So once you begin to take your time and slowly work through them, all of these issues that you have one by one, you're going to start to reap the benefits of all of this, right? Nothing can ever be completed in a timely fashion or well if you're not giving it your full attention, right? If you are giving all of these other things your attention at the same time, they're not going to be able to grow to the full capability, or the issues won't be fixed to the full capability that they could be, and therefore you won't reap these rewards, right? So it's coming up to the point where once you put some of these things down and once you begin to work through them individually, this is where your payout comes in for you, right? This Four of Wands allows only a brief holiday period of rest and relaxation before continuing with life's journey, right? So after, you're going to start to feel yourself getting better. You're going to feel like you have more life in you. You've tackled every task, and like, you feel good about yourself, but don't stay in that for too long. Don't take this vacation and this relaxation too long. Don't get too comfortable in it, because there's still more things that you have to work on. What is it that you actually want to do with your life? And is it going to be beneficial to you? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to start a family? Do you want to marry this person? Or, like, find that one perfect relationship? Like, what is your end goal that's going to create that happiness for you, right? Because all of these things right now are creating a burden for you, but they will enable you to achieve your happiness and your success so long as you work on these things individually. Don't lump them all together and think that you can solve everything all at once. It's not how it's going to work, right? Like, in my life, I have a bunch of things going on, but I understand that in order for any of these things to get solved, I need to prioritize first, right? What is it that I need right now to make myself happy so that I can continue working on anything that I need in the future, right? Any of my goals, anything that I want to get done, anything I want to complete. What is it that's going to get me there? And I can't do everything at once. It's impossible, right? So regardless of how much pressure you feel is on you, or how much burden you feel is holding you back, do everything that you can in your own time, right? And don't let anything pressure you into doing it speedily or whatever the case is, because it's never going to work out. That's not how the universe works. That's not how life works, right? Some people are good under pressure, and that's great. But for you personally, it seems like it's becoming a burden. And once things start to become a burden, you can't find the time to relax, right? You can't find the time to enjoy your successes because you're still working on shit. So work on them one at a time. Now, in this process, there is going to be things that need to come to an end, right? At this point in time, you're coming to, it's the death of this entire situation, of this burden that you've been carrying for far too long now, right? Death means that something is coming to an end. A cycle has ended and it's time for something new to come around. It doesn't mean that, everything is going to end and the world's going to get destroyed and your life is over and this, and this. No, it just means that at this specific point in time, you need to let go of all of those things and revel in the moment of starting something anew, right? So let's just get a better grip on this. So, oh yeah. Yeah. So when death comes up in a reading, it means that something must end. Normally people fear the death card for a good reason, right? It's death and nobody wants things to end. But sometimes it doesn't mean a physical death. It just means that it's time to start something, right? The endings that death signifies are many, right? It might symbolize the end of a childhood or the death of a single life, the end of a job or a marriage. It's the end of this. This is where you're reading. Death is the symbolization of the end of all of these burdens, right? And the only way that you will be able to get time to relax and enjoy yourself is if you tackle these burdens one at a time. If you tackle these tasks one at a time. You've got a lot on your plate, and I understand how stressful, being in those situations can feel like, like you have everything on your shoulder, like, you still have your bills to pay. You got to feed yourself. You got to keep yourself in a mentally capable manner so that you can actually go about your life and be successful in the things that you want to be successful in. You've got family and friends, and like now we're in the midst of a pandemic and things are starting to opening up again, and you want to go out, you want to do this, you want to do that, and like you just take on so many things, and then suddenly you're just like, I can't, I'm tired, I'm done, I can't do it anymore. What's going on? What has my life become? And before you know it, you feel trapped, right? And Sagittarius is, you guys do not like to feel held down by something. You like your freedom, right? But sometimes when you go into like a burst of freedom and you just say, I'm going to do this, and this, sometimes we forget that those things require our attention, right? And then we forget about all the other shit that we have behind us. And then before you know it, things start to like just creep in on us and just go, I'm not letting you go, man. I'm not letting you go. You started this, you finna finish it. You gotta finish it, right? And we, like you might tend to just be like, shit, what do I do now? I fucked up, right? But the key to doing that, like the card says, right, all of this is going to come to an end, right? It's going to come to an end. You're no longer feeling any of this energy. You don't want to feel burdened down. You don't want to feel stressed and ambiguous about situations. You just want to feel free again, right? And in order to do that, you're going to have to tackle these things one at a time. You are not going to be free by just dropping them and running. They're going to come back to you, okay? You need to handle everything that you can one at a time and go based off of your mental health. What is good for your mental health? That should be number one at all points in time, because if you're not mentally capable and mentally stable, you are never going to complete things because your mind isn't going to be in it, right? So first start out with fixing your mental health, because all of these things do drain us. It causes us to go into a depression and anxiety, and then we end up just turning into zombies, and you don't like feeling like that, right? So work on your mental health. First, prioritize yourself, okay? For now, find one thing that you can focus on in this whole stack that is not too extreme, right? That one thing that maybe you're almost done it, you're almost finished it, right? And just work on that slowly. And during that process, give yourself some time, love, have like a massage, go get your nails done or something, get your hair done, get a new wig. I don't know. Like, spend time with your loved ones and your family, like get yourself back into that mood of wanting to do things, right? And then tackle that one task. When you tackle these tasks one by one, you will start to feel better, right? You hold your your head up high, and now instead of bringing all of these sticks into the city, you bring them each into the city and you build it one by one, and you feel better doing it this way. You feel better bringing in this wreath rather than these bunches of sticks, right? You can build your wreaths one by one and bring them into your city, and congratulate yourself every time you do that. Take yourself out on a date. Feel good about yourself. Make yourself feel good about completing tasks again, because the way that you're living right now needs to end. It needs to end. You need to let go of these burdens. Don't drop them. Don't drop them now and run away. Don't be doing that. But definitely let go of the ones that are not supposed to be prioritized right now, and focus on the ones that are going to help your mental health and your mental strength, okay? Whew. So thank you so much for watching. If you really do, that's the end of your reading, by the way, for today. But if you do want something a little bit more personal, because this is just a general detailed tarot reading for Sagittarius, but if you need something that's a little bit more personal that could help you in a specific situation, then just feel free to send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is RAYNEFAE, Rainfae. It's also going to be linked in the description box below, so you can send me and DM me a message there, and I could do a personal reading for you, and we can discuss everything there. So thank you so much for watching, Sagittarius. This is my first Sag video ever, so thank you guys, and I love you. Take care. Bye.